Tom Rackliff here. Today I want to talk about one of the non-traditional ways to make money as a coder and to make money from home, and that is with freelancing. Now I know a lot of people, when I say freelancing, a lot of people get very, very cynical because the thing is there's a lot of competition, especially on a website like Upwork. There's a ton of competition, and I understand that. But the thing is, the secret to making money as a freelance web developer is you have to specialize. You can't just be like my profile says, I'm proficient in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and that's it. You gotta specialize. So maybe you specialize in building user interfaces with React, and you specialize on the front end, or maybe you specialize on the back end, or maybe you're just a whiz kid and you understand full stack like the back of your hand, and you specialize in that. The key is specialization. That's how you're going to get results on Upwork. Now, there's other sites as well, other freelancing websites. Like the two other ones that come to mind are Dribbble and Fiverr. Fiverr, once again, a lot of competition. Dribbble, less competition because it hasn't been around as long as Fiverr and Upwork. So the secret is specialization. Another thing, a good way to get clients is you want to attract clients to you. How do you do that? By providing value. How do you do that? Well, you can start a blog, you can start a YouTube channel, start doing coding tutorials, prove to people that you know what you're talking about. And the thing is, you want to be found on the internet because that's going to create trust. They see that you're not trying to hide, you're out there, you have a blog, you have a YouTube channel, and that's going to create trust. Remember, with clients, people buy from people they know, like, and trust. So freelancing is awesome. Upwork, the thing with Upwork is you have to, there's these things called connects. So for everything, like if you want to, to verify yourself, there's a verification process that's going to cost you a couple connects. You open up an account, it doesn't cost anything. By default, you get so many connects, and then once you're out of them, then you have to spend money to get more connects. So the secret is, first of all, you need to verify yourself. That creates trust. A lot of people that need work, that go to Upwork, not to need work, but to get work done, they're going to see that you're verified. That's going to create trust. So you need to do that. You need to verify yourself. You have to submit like your ID. You have to take a picture of the front of your ID, the back of your ID. There's a process that you go through to get verified, but you have to do that or you can't even reach out to these businesses. So get verified, and of course the connects, they cost money, but if you're having success and you're making really good money and you're on really big projects and you're generating really good revenue, then buying connects is not going to be an issue. You're going to have that money, that cash flow is coming into your business. So yes, I just got started on Upwork. Now I'm a blogger, I'm an influencer, I have my own blog, I have my own YouTube channel, of course. I'm on this video right now. This is a YouTube video. And because I understand that at the end of the day, if you provide value and you provide enough value in the marketplace and you build a brand, what are you doing? Well, people are going to buy from you because they know you, they like you, and they trust you. That's a big part of it, is trust. Can they find you online? So I think it works to build a brand, pick a platform. It could be a blog, it could be a YouTube channel. Pick a platform, start creating content. Start creating, if you're on YouTube, create useful videos, do coding tutorials. Talk about the industry. What's good in the industry right now? What's wrong with the industry? So you just want to create a lot of value, and you want to be out there. You don't want to be hiding. You don't want to be hiding. So it really helps if you decide. Here's the thing, you don't even need a computer science degree. You might need a computer science degree if you're going to work for a big tech company like Amazon or Google or Facebook. You're probably going to need, there's going to be some prerequisites, but even then, there's people that work at Google and Facebook that don't have degrees. So don't think that you need a degree, but more often than not, you're going to need a degree. And Google, Facebook, these big tech companies, they want people that have like masters and PhDs in computer science. That's going to definitely help improve your chances of getting into one of these companies. But then you got that interview process, and there's so many, man, it's hard to get into those companies. But you don't need a computer science degree, obviously, to work for yourself. You can build applications, you can get users, you can generate monthly recurring revenue, you can obviously do the freelancing stuff. I like freelancing, but the thing is, there's no guarantees. Nothing is guaranteed. You might have clients all this month, you might be booked. Like you have more work than you have time, and then next month you might not be getting any clients at all. So it can be feast or famine if you don't know what you're doing. So here's the thing: if you decide you want to go the freelancing route, okay, cool. You want to quit your job. Say you're a software engineer at Facebook and Google, and the expectations are extremely high at these companies. Hey, you know what? Maybe it's time to quit and get into freelancing, or maybe launch your own startup. But here's the thing: if you're going to do that, if you decide to quit, you better have at least 6 months of living expenses. Because if you just quit and you don't have a lot of money in your bank account, it can create some big problems, especially if you have a kid and you're married and you got a lot of financial responsibility. But yeah, as I was saying, I'm kind of going off on a tangent. Freelancing might be what works for you, and it can be tough because the competition is fierce, especially on Upwork. Now there's other sites, Fiverr obviously as well, Dribble. You know, there's less users, there's less competition, but eventually it's going to be like Fiverr, it's going to be like Upwork. So yes, freelancing is a great route to go. If you can just, in the beginning it's going to be the hardest, because especially if you don't have one client. So now what? You don't have a client, you don't have testimonials, you know, you don't have any kind of social proof, so it's going to be harder to get clients. Now, people need to know, because the thing is, think about it. I need someone to build out my user interface with React. So they post it, okay? Now you might get 30 or 50 proposals. So now they have to go through all those proposals. So you have to stand out when you send out your proposal. You have to stand out from everybody else, because they're sifting and sorting, and they're trying to, you know, because they need to get the job done. So they're, you know, it's just like how HR does it with resumes and stuff. Like, think about Google, how many resumes they're getting every single day, tens of thousands of resumes from people fresh out of college with computer science degrees. So they have to sift through these things rather quickly. So yes, freelancing, it can work for you, and you can work on your own terms and work for yourself and make really, really good money. And it's really an awesome thing. So this is Tyrone Ratcliffe. Hope you like my video. Check out my blog, tyroneratcliffe.com, for coding tips and tutorials. Let me know your thoughts about freelancing. Has it worked for you? What are your experiences? Has it not worked for you? Let me know your experiences as well. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you later.